Hello everyone, it's TheAggroKid, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how to play Dutch in 1v1 on Age of Empires DE. So in this game I'll play against the Great Britain.
Juist.
Commando? Ja. Ja. Oké. Hallo? Juist. Ja.
Commando? Ja, juist. Ook ja.
So Dutch are a pretty special civilization because their villager costs gold, plus they have those banks. So I always put 3 villagers on gold at the beginning until I have 12 villagers, either, well, like on the field and queued up,
Commando.
and then I put all of them on food.
Handelaar.
Klaar.
Hallo? Oké. Handelaar.
Klaar. Juist. Oké.
Commando? Ik ga handelaar.
So I make a house, because pretty much every civ needs a house at the beginning.
Ook ja.
Klaar. Jagen. Commando? Jagen.
Commando? Ja, oké. Ja, juist. Oké. Aanvallen! Ja. Oké.
So yeah, you see I have 10 villagers right now. So when I'll have 12, I'll put all of them on food, so I won't have any on gold. Plus I'll ship 3 villagers.
Oké. Ja. Aanvallen! Klaar.
So I try to get that 90 XP, which is pretty good. Not too difficult to get, because those treasure guardians aren't the best.
Oké. Oké, ja. Oké. Aanvallen!
So I take my deck and I send in 3 villagers.
Klaar.
So yeah, right now I have 14, so one more, then I put all of my villagers on on food.
Ja, ja, juist. Oké. Ja.
Commando.
Commando? Juist. Jagen.
So yeah.
Commando. Ja. Klaar. Ja, oké.
Then I make sure to herd my hunts, just because you don't want it to like move too far away from the TC.
Ja? Ja, ja, oké.
Hallo? Ik ga.
So yeah, I make sure to explore with my envoy, because I always use him. Like sometimes I tend to like forget to use him, but he's pretty important for your scouting and all that.
Klaar. Hout
To
hakken.
see like what your opponent's doing, what troops he's making, etc.
Ja. Ja.
So yeah, I age now and I put 10 on wood and 5 on food. Now I switch it a little, just because I had more wood since I started with like 200 wood, plus I got a 35 wood treasure.
Oké. Ja. Juist.
But always like put more on wood, unless you get maybe a 90 wood treasure or something, but
Ja, ja,
you should need more on wood just because you gather slower.
Oké. Aanvallen! Ja. Aanvallen! Oké. Aanvallen! Ja. Aanvallen! Juist. Aanvallen! Oké. Ja. Juist. Kom. Ja, ja.
So yeah, 80 coin, that's pretty good treasure for Dutch. I mean, coin is always better than food, but especially for Dutch, like, it's a big difference.
Jagen. Ja. Oké. Ja. Jagen.
Okay, so now I have enough for a bank,
Jager.
so I drop that bank
Jager.
Commando? Oké. Jagen.
right there.
Ja.
And yeah, try to build the banks with 3 villagers. 2 is okay, but like, it generates I think 2.75 gold per second or something, so I mean, if you build it with 3 villagers, it's gonna pay you back like sooner, which is good. So I jump 700 wood is the first card I'll send in.
Commando? Ja. Oké. Ja. Oh, ja. Klaar. Juist. Aanvallen!
So yeah, I'll try to get that. I think it's another 90 XP treasure. Now there's some bad herding. Sometimes I forget to do it, but like
Juist.
that's something I've got to improve
Ja,
on.
oké. Ja, juist. Oké. Ja?
So next up is 600 wood.
Ja, jagen.
Because now, before I would send like the bank wagon after the 700 wood, but now because you can make 5 banks, it's much better to send in the 600 wood after,
Commando jager.
and you'll see why. So now I have 2 banks, can build a third.
Ik ga. Ik ga. Handelaar. Klaar. Ja, ja. Ik ga. Jagen.
Hallo.
And I'll go for a stable because I feel like raiding a bit and then just age up.
Klaar. Ja.
So now I see this fantastic treasure.
Oké.
Reduces the cost to all military units by 5%. It's a food cost, so coin is obviously better, but I'll take it for food. It's pretty good too. So after this 600 wood, I send in the bank wagon.
Juist. Jagen. Klaar.
I make a 4th bank. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I make a 4th bank, which usually would be like your last bank in Age of Empires 3. But now you have a 5th one, so the 5th one will come from the bank wagon.
Klaar.
Which is a 700 resource shipment, which is pretty good.
Hallo. Handelaar.
Then with that 600 wood, I usually make houses, get hunting dogs, steel traps, placer mines, and yeah, from the market.
Commando. Oké. Jagen. Hallo. Ja. Ja. Oké. Jagen. Jagen. Klaar. Ik ga. Juist.
So now I know he's going Musk, like no surprise there. But I still make hussars just for a quick raid, buy me some time. And I decided to send in the 2 towers because I'm like, he could do like a timed push in colonial age while I'm aging. So it's just to like put on some defense, you know. Then I buy this by accident, but not the end of the world. But then I buy wood because I'll get steel traps plus placer mines, which is worth it to buy from the market. Then I get this awesome treasure,
Juist.
which will help me a ton in this game.
Juist. Oké. Ja. Juist.
Ja. Ik ga. Ja.
Klaar.
So yeah, also the reason I went for hussars is just to get that treasure, to like guarantee
Oké.
to have it for sure.
Oké. Hallo. Jagen. Jagen.
So yeah, I really like this 2 tower shipment because Dutch didn't have it before. In Age of Empires 3, they only had that town center or something, 50% more attack or something. So 2 towers, in my opinion, is much better.
Ik ga. Ik ga. Ja, oké. Klaar. Ja.
Then I don't know, I guess he saw me coming and had his spy, so I couldn't do much there.
Klaar.
If he wouldn't have seen me coming, I would have killed like 5 villagers probably, so that was unfortunate.
Juist. Oké.
Then that was pretty bad on my part. I think I just forgot to take the treasure that I worked on. See, I age up.
Commando. Handelaar. Hallo. Houthakker. Klaar. Houthakker.
So when I age up, I put 12 on food, 9 on gold, and the rest on wood. So that's usually like 4 to 5 villagers on wood.
Ja.
Because 5 villagers on wood will make you have at least 1 house every time you need it, pretty much.
Hallo.
So I get that shipment exactly when I age up, so that's perfect, that's what you want.
Handelaar.
So I send in 8 skirms because I know he's doing musk. And I draw that Barak because I'll make some more
Kan me
skirms.
niet bewegen.
So when I hit H3, all the next villagers coming out from my town center will be on wood. So I can keep the house production, plus I can make my arsenal eventually.
Ja, klaar. Ja. Commando. Oké, handelaar.
So as you would usually do in Fortress Age with Dutch, well, I'm preparing for an attack. So, because you don't go industrial as Dutch usually.
Ik doe het. Juist. Jager.
Ja, commando. Oké.
Klaar. Ja, ja.
So I know he's gonna make probably hussars or goons, but most likely hussars, because musketeers are counter cav, and then
Oh ja.
the hussars counter light infantry,
Houthakker.
like my skirms. So,
Timmerman.
but I have like the perfect combo to counter his troops because I have the rooters plus the skirmishers. That's really unfortunate. It always happens to me. I don't know why, but I bring my troops forward and they just get destroyed, like right in his army. Like, how unlucky. Like, I can't really know where his army is at unless I like bring my explorer.
Commando. Oké.
Hallo. Klaar. Timmerman. Houthakker.
Ja.
Ja.
Ja. Ja. Oké.
Commando. Ik ga. Ja.
Commando. Ik ga.
Klaar. Oké.
So he reaches Fortress Age. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Don't need to worry right now. I'm just keeping the production.
Hallo?
Ja. Ik doe het. Timmerman. Houthakker.
So yeah, always send your like bigger unit shipments, like 9 rooters and 8 skirmishers are always like the best options. I mean, 7 skirms is really good too, or 7 rooters, depending on what they're doing, either cav or musketeers. But in most case, you'll want to have the 9 rooters and then 8 skirms, or vice versa.
Ja. Klaar. Oké, ja, ook ja. Ja, ik ga.
Commando. Ja.
Klaar. Ja, klaar. Ja. Ook ik ga. Ook ja, oké. Ik ga.
So I go for a small raid with those rooters. We'll get a villager, but that's about it, I think.
Ja, ik ga. Ja, ook ja.
Because I know his army's coming, so I'm like, I don't want to lose.
Klaar. Ik ga.
Hallo. Timmerman. Houthakker. Timmerman. Houthakker.
Commando. Ja. Ik ga.
Klaar. Commando. Klaar. Ja, oké.
Klaar. Ik ga. Ja.
Ik ja.
Hallo. Ja. Jager. Ja.
Ja.
So I just keep those houses up and
Commando. Oké.
keep the production.
Commando. Klaar. Ik ga. Commando. Klaar. Ja.
And Dutch are probably one of the best civs to like keep having some full sets of troops every time you get them out.
Hallo. Klaar.
Also France really good, but I mean Dutch you can easily get them out all the time. So
Ja. Oké, jager.
yeah, I build that arsenal and now I'm preparing to attack. I'm setting that 15% bonus HP and attack card for my skirmishers.
Ja. Timmerman. Houthakker.
Commando. Ja. Oké.
Klaar. Ik ga. Oké. Commando. Ja, oké. Ja. Ik ga.
Alright, so he's trying to raid, I defend.
Ja, ook ja. Ja. Oké. Ik ga.
Commando.
Hallo. Juist. Houthakker.
So now I get that upgrade for my skirmishers.
Ja.
Long lines, I think it's called.
Handelaar.
Commando.
Klaar.
Commando. Ja. Ik ga.
Now I'm like, okay, I'll attack, I'm ready.
Commando.
Ja.
Ja. Commando. Klaar.
The eco's good. My score is just a little lower. Actually, right now it's higher. So, yeah, now's the time to attack.
Klaar. Ook ja.
But then I'm like, where's his army at?
Ja. Commando. Klaar. Oké. Commando. Ja. Oké. Ja. Ik ga. Ja. Ik ja. Ja. Klaar. Ja. Ja. Oké. Oké. Commando. Oké. Ik ga. Commando. Ja. Oké. Aanvallen. Ja. Ja. Oké. Ten oorlog. Commando. Ja. Ik ga. Klaar. Oké.
I see 3 dragoons. I'm like, what? 2 even. And then I see all his army coming at my base. So that's something that can happen for sure. To try to not do that, you should always scout with your explorer before attacking. I guess I felt really confident right there because I was like, okay, I can win right there. I have enough troops. Usually at that point with Dutch, you're usually fine. But yeah, I guess he attacked at the same time, so that was good. But here's a wasted shipment for him because I'll just delete that shipment with my skirms. But I mean, I did waste some of my troops in my base too. So this is a really awkward position right now for, I guess, both of us. But it's just unfortunate because if I would have stayed to defend, it's pretty much an easy dub. Like, he can't win, really. Like, I just have the perfect unit combination to counter his troops. So he calls his Minutemen, won't do much.
Commando. Ik ga. Jager. Houthakker. Juist. Jager.
So I rebuild my base right there.
Jager.
When I think about it, I'm like, I maybe should have come back to defend, because I could have easily defended this. But right now I'm like, okay, crap, he killed some of my vills, I gotta kill his.
Ja. Juist. Jager.
And I destroyed his town center, so I'm like, okay, all I can do right now is destroy the rest of his villagers, but first I'll defend.
Ja. Timmerman. Jager.
And here he kills more of my villagers, which is bad. But look at my army, it's much bigger in terms of units.
Hallo. Oké. Timmer. Jager.
Like, he probably lost more units from those trades than I did, even though he killed more villagers, so. Plus his musketeers, I think, were still colonial, so, or commerce age. So, I was actually pretty fine. Oh, actually, no, they were veteran, okay.
Ja.
Kom op. Houthakker.
Commando. Houthakker.
So I definitely won that fight, like, I killed almost all of his troops. But I feel like I'm down in eco, because 20 villagers, plus he destroyed some of my banks.
Commando. Ja. Ik ga.
But I'm ready for round 2.
Commando. Oké. Ik ja. Ik ga.
But yeah, those situations are really awkward, but can happen. Like, it has happened to me before, so now I'm showing you how to, like, react to that. Because most people would like, okay, I'll come back to my town center, defend my base, but sometimes it's not the right option. Try to make as much damage as he did to you. And especially if you're like Dutch, you should have more units, even better units, because they're all veteran. You don't need to upgrade them. A bit like France. So. So now I attack him, and he comes back to attack me. But here's really good, really good thing for me. I killed like all his villagers right there. Don't know why he like made them walk right across my face, pretty much. But whatever.
Klaar. Timmer, juist.
So I murdered them all. So now I'm like, yeah, I gotta go for those falconets eventually. So I come back to defend, right? I did a bit of damage, enough. I come back to defend. So my eco is still really great, and I could almost go to the next age. I just don't have the town center. So right now it's not really an option. It could though, actually, because I almost had the wood, but I'm kind of low on houses, so I'm like, okay, I think I'll just continue making houses, rebuild my banks, and keep making troops.
Hallo. Oké. Timmerman. Houthakker.
And yeah, I just lost like all my rooters, so I'm like, crap, if he has cab, it's over. So that's why I make some stables to make some more. And look at those musketeers just tearing apart.
Hallo. Jagen.
Commando, ja. Oké.
So now my score is starting to like fall behind
Commando.
by quite a bit actually, and I'm like, crap, should I just resign right now? What do I do? But I'm like, he doesn't have that many units, so I'm like, okay, I'll just stay in the game.
Ja. Klaar. Commando, ja, oké. Commando, klaar. Ja, oké. Ja, ik ga. Commando, oké. Ja.
So I realized I still have 3 banks left, so it was really worth it for me to come back to save at least, well, definitely 3 banks. Yeah, because he only took down 2.
Commando, ik ga.
Klaar. Ja, houthakker.
Hallo. Timmerman. Houthakker.
Hallo.
So it's tough right now because I need banks, but I need
Houthakker.
Klaar. Klaar. Ja,
wood at the same time. Houses, I mean.
ja.
Plus wood, actually, so.
Commando, commando. Ja, oké. Commando, klaar.
So, when I
Ik ga.
look at this, I could have sent in 1,000 wood,
Ja.
but I feel like I'm ready to go and finish the game, so I sent in all the boosts.
Hallo. Handelaar.
But maybe 1,000 wood would have been better, but I'm like so low on food that even if I make banks, it costs me food and then I can't even make troops, so it's not really worth it.
Ja.
But yeah, having those 3 banks left for so long really helped me.
Ja. Klaar. Ja, ik ga.
So yeah, just like that, got my rooter mass right back.
Ja. Ik ga.
Now my mass is pretty good, and my skirms are super strong.
Ja, ik ga. Ja. Klaar. Oké. Ik ga. Klaar. Oké. Ja, ik
Because I have all the cars.
Ja. Klaar. Ja. Klaar. Ja. Klaar. Juist. Ja. Oké. Ja. Ook ja. Oké. Ik ga. Ja. Ook ja. Ik ga.
So that was lucky on my part, but really good.
Ja. Ja.
Just sniping that explorer, seating down this. And yeah, getting a batch of 10 more skirmishers, which is really nice.
Ja.
Yeah, my skirmishers have 180 HP. That's just insane. It's like a heavy infantry that wrecks other infantry pretty much. So very strong once you get all those boosts. Then again he comes back to attack me. I just didn't have the military pop shown on my map. So my skirm will easily win against those longbowmen just because they're so upgraded. I do kill at least 6 villagers, which is nice, but he's probably gonna destroy all my banks. Then I don't have any pop left because I didn't lose any troops. And I have enough wood, so I'm like, okay, I need food right now. I don't have any. Come in here with a small skirmisher raid, I guess. Not something you see often. So he has like 5 falconets or something, but I'm not too worried because I have like 50 or like 40 rooters, so I can definitely destroy all of that.
Commando? Ja. Klaar. Klaar. Ik ga. Commando? Klaar. Ik ga. Ja. Oké. Ja. Ik ga. Ja. Oké.
So I decided to send 1,000 wood to get banks. Maybe 1,000 gold would have been better. I don't know. But wood's good too, because I didn't get my rooters upgrade from the arsenal, so actually, yeah, wood is pretty good. So I still can't find many of his villagers, like, so I'm like, where are they at? Then he finds my troops here, my villagers. Then I find one of his town center.
Hallo, ik doe het.
So yeah, there you go. Finally, I can find some nice villagers and destroy them all. So his core is still 400 more, somewhat, but
Hallo. Ja.
Command, ja. Timmerman. Oké.
so I'll make sure to destroy those mills, because if he's out of mills, then I can see where he's gathering from. Because, well, there's gonna be dead animals on the map, so then it's easy for my rooters to destroy his villagers. So I know he's UK, but I still siege down his houses, because he's got a chop for it, for the wood to rebuild them. Plus, he's low on villagers, like I'm sure, so it's gonna cost him a lot to rebuild. Even my skirmishers does pretty good siege right now with all the boosts. So I see those 5 falconets, so I bring all my rooters. And he kind of missed macroed there, because if you check, he only has longbowmen, which don't do that good against rooters. I mean, they do, but they're decent. So I just decide to just wreck all those falconets. He should have had like musk surrounding his falconets. Now finally my score is starting to come back. So really he just had more like expensive units. So I see this villager. I don't want him to take my wood, so I just kill him.
Ja.
Ja, ja.
Ja.
So I try to rally all my troops, because after this fight I know I can just attack his main town center and I have so much more units than he does, so
Commando.
I'm feeling kind of good right now.
Ik ga. Commando. Klaar. Ja.
And my score is only 100 less now.
Ik ga. Ja.
105 oh yeah, it's it's 2000 less.
Klaar. Ja, oké. Oké. Klaar. Ja. Ja.
Commando?
Klaar. Ja.
Klaar. Commando? Ook juist.
Ja, commando. Ik ga. Ten oorlog. Ik ga. Ten oorlog. Ik ga. Ja, oké. Aanvallen. Ik ga. Ik ga. Ja. Oké. Ja. Aanvallen. Oké. Commando. Ja. Ja. Oké. Ten oorlog.
So yeah, now it's pretty close. Not even, it's like 300 less now. So
Juist. Houthakken.
okay, my bad. All the video I was saying that I had like, I don't know, 300 score behind, but it was like 3000. So my bad on that. I'm too used to Age of Empires 3 where the score is only like in hundreds, and like the best you can get is probably like 2000, 3000 if you're really good. But in this game, looks like it's always in like the thousands. So yeah, now I just rush his base, try to destroy his town center, and he seems to be low on units. Like I see one falconet there. I'm like, does he have eco left? So I kill a ton of villagers.
Commando. Ten oorlog. Ten oorlog. Ja. Ten oorlog. Aanvallen.
Commando?
And he calls GG. So yeah, really weird game, but these type of games can happen and will probably happen to you. So this is what you should do against well, to win.
Yes.
So I mean, he played well too. But I guess it just came down to the units. I had way more units.
Yes.
And yeah, his score was probably higher just because of the TCs and more expensive units, like the falconets. So I'm like, I don't know about the males. I know they were close to the TC, so it was good for you. Like, you protected your villagers, because if they're on the hunts, I can easily raid them. But in the same time, you gather so slowly, and you must gather the wood in order to build the mills. Alright, so let's check the post game. So here's the resources. He almost gathered 8,000 more. I had a bit more military units, but I think I just got better trades. Yeah, he even had more experience. So he dominated in pretty much everything except the military unit population. So let's check the villager. So yeah, I didn't have any villagers in this game. He had way more, but he didn't have this military, if you check right there. He lost so many. So yeah, he didn't really rebuild his army. And that's all population. So at the end I had more in total. And all resources gathered. So I had more until he destroyed my villagers. Anyways guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope you liked it and found it helpful, so that if you find yourself in this kind of situation, you can handle it and win the game. So yeah, if you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.